Okay, in this question, let C be a circle. X squared plus y squared plus 2k plus 6 bracket x plus 4y plus 12k equal to 0. K is a constant. Part A, express the radius of C in terms of k. Part B, find the least possible area of circle. As you can see, for coefficient of x, that is the whole thing, 2k plus 6. And the coefficient of y, positive 4. So you can, first of all, find the center and then the radius of circle. Here, this will be negative 2k plus 6 over 2, comma, negative 4 over 2. But remember, when you need to simplify this, how to do this? First of all, you need to add bracket to the numerator because there are more than one term. Okay, take out the common factor 2 here after adding the bracket and then do the cancellation of factor. And of course, the y coordinate of center would be negative 2. That's easy. After doing the cancellation, you can see that this negative sign will remain here. That is this coordinate of center, negative bracket k plus 3, comma, negative 2. Pay attention to the negative sign. Most of the students do not remember to add this bracket here. Some of you may write down negative k minus 3 is also acceptable. Some of you may just multiply negative 1 inside the brackets is also acceptable. You get the coordinates of center, then you can find the radius. That is the radius you can find. Square of the x coordinate of center plus square of the y coordinate of square minus the constant term. So let's look at how to simplify this. For here, keep the square root sign. Negative k plus 3 bracket all square, actually that equals to k plus 3 bracket square, just positive. It's a negative sign inside the square bracket, it doesn't matter. It always goes back to the non-negative, so the negative sign effect will cancel. If you really don't know why, then I can show you the reason. If you are considering negative bracket k plus 3 all square, that means you have two factor like this. You have two factor like this. So negative sign times negative sign, it goes back to positive. So therefore, you just get back k plus 3 bracket square. Okay. Now let's focus on here. Negative 2 bracket square, that's plus 4. And then minus 12k. That's the second step we have. So the third step is you can expand this k plus 3 bracket square becomes k square plus 9k, 6k plus 9 plus 4 minus 12k. And you will see that positive 6k minus 12k is just equals to negative 6k. And the rest of the terms remain no change. You can see that I did not add them up. Some of you may add 9 and 4 together, become 13. I would not do so because these three terms can form the completing square. Okay. But look at the question. The question just wants us to express the radius of C in terms of K. So I still need to add them up at this stage. It doesn't matter. So go back here. I still add them up. K squared minus 6k plus 13. So that is the answer of part A. I still need to add them up. This is the simplest form. Okay, the question did not tell you to do the computing square, so I just keep this form. Part B, look at the keywords least possible area, or just the word least. That means the area of this circle can be changed. The area of this circle can be changed. So what is the parameter will affect the size of the circle? As you can see in this part, the radius of the circle or the size of the circle is mainly controlled by the value of k. So that means I want the value of radius be the smallest. That means I want this function k squared minus 6k plus 13 would be the smallest. That's why we could consider computing square. So for the first free term, k squared minus 6k plus 9, that become the perfect square k minus 3 bracket square and then plus 4. As you can see, these quadratic expressions will have the minimum value 4. K plus 3 bracket square plus 4 has the least value 4 when k equals positive 3. Try to imagine if k exactly equals to 3, then the perfect square term will become 0 and it just left positive 4. How about if k is not equal to 3? For example, 3.1, then the perfect square part will be a little bit greater than 0. So the whole expression will be a little bit greater than 4. Or you can think if k is 2.9, 2.9 minus 3 and then bracket square, you will also get this perfect square part a little bit greater than 0. So whole expression will also a little bit greater than 4. So we just want this perfect square part become minimum. The only way is to set it be 0. And the only answer is when k equals 3, it will work. So after we realize that the radius will be the least and equals to 4, sorry, this value has the least value 4 when k equals 3, and that means the least possible value of radius would be square root of 4, that is 2. Because the radius with the square root of this expression here, and hence the least possible area of circle will be pi r squared. You will get 12.6 something, correct to 3 significant figure. Do not leave the answer in terms of pi. Do not do so. Because the question didn't ask you to do this, you need to find it. So correct your answer to 3 significant figures. That's it. So that is part A and part B. When the equation of circle involving some unknown constant k, the first few things you need to do is find the center and then radius in terms of k, and then follow the instruction to do some proper expressions and calculation.